Hello dear students, how are you? Today we discuss transmission lines. Transmission lines is a very important topic of the electromagnetic field theory, and this topic is used for the analysis of power system engineering. Basically, the transmission line is a connector which transmit energy from one place to another place. The study of transmission line theory is very useful in the effective uses of power and its equipment. Transmission line is used to transmit electrical power from generating substation to the various distribution units. Transmission lines are also used in the power distribution system at low power frequencies. Low frequencies. Low frequencies means basically 50 hertz. And in the transmission lines also used in communication engineering at high frequencies. High frequencies basically means the gigahertz, megahertz, etc. Transmission line consists of two or more parallel conductors which used to connect the source to a load and load to source. The source may be a generator, a transmitter, or an oscillator, and the load may be a factory or an antenna, or you can say a oscilloscope respectively. Okay. The transmission line is made of a conductor. The cross section of the conductor throughout the transmission line is uniform, and we also can say कि due to the property of dielectric property, air is a dielectric medium, and you can say कि when the electric current is passed through the wires, then a capacitance is produced between the two wires due to the property of dielectric medium. For the safety purpose, the distance between the line and ground is much more. The electrical tower is used for supporting the conductors of the transmission line. Towers are basically made of steel for providing high strength to the conductor. For transmitting high voltage for the long distance, high voltage direct current is used in the transmission line. For the analysis of performance of the transmission lines, the four parameters are very important. The four parameters are basically, first one is resistance, inductance, capacitance, and shunt conductance. Or basically these parameters are uniformly distributed along the line. So yeah, we can say, however, due to these properties, the parameter is called as distributed parameters. Resistance and inductance together are called as a transmission line impedance. Similarly, capacitance and conductance together are called as a admittance. And guys, you can see here the transmission line model. This is basically a cross section view. Yeah, we can say equivalent circuit of the transmission line diagram. So a circuit transmission line impedance Z equal to R plus J omega L. Similarly, Y equal to G plus J omega C. So here in this prototype model, there are two sections of the transmission line. This is the first section, and this is second section. Also, this is incomplete of the sections of the transmission lines. Basically, this transmission line may be infinite distance. Today I am telling you very important points about the admittance and impedance. The first point is, what is the objective of admittance and what is the impedance? What is the objective of impedance? Basically, the objective of admittance is admittance measures the capability of an electrical circuit, or we can say it measures the efficiency of a transmission lines. Okay, Similarly, impedance is the inverse of the admittance, so it's measure the difficulty which occur in the transmission lines when a alternating current flow through the transmission lines. It measured in the ohms and represented by the symbol YA. We have the various types of the transmission lines. Here we describe some of the transmission line. First one is two-wire parallel transmission line, coaxial lines, strip type substrate transmission line or microstrip transmission line, waveguides, etc. Now we will drive the transmission line equations, because transmission line equations is very important. Without transmission line equations we cannot analysis of the power system, because in the power system there are the different type of the transmission line, like short transmission line, medium transmission line, or high transmission line. So for these all these things we can say the derivation of the transmission line is very important, and for the examination point of view this also is very important. Now we start the derivation of the transmission line. To drive the transmission line equation, first of all we draw the distributed element model of the transmission lines for the incremental length del z. Okay, so here the value of resistance is R del z, L del z, C del z, G del z. At the transmission at the generator side, the voltage is applied V ZT, and to the load side the voltage is ZT. When the supply is connected to the transmission line, then a current I ZT is flowing and passed through this transmission lines and reached at the point A. At this point this current will be distributed into parts. Here this side the current is flowing del I, and remaining current is flowing to the load side, I Z plus del Z T. Okay, so we can put the name of this figure 1, distributed element model of transmission line. Transmission line. For the derivation we will apply two rules. First rule is KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law. Second rule is KCL, Kirchhoff's current law. So first of all we apply the KCL. Apply the KVL. KVL means summation of total voltage equal to 0. To apply this, V ZT equal to R del Z I ZT plus L del Z del upon del T I ZT plus V Z plus del Z T. simplify to these equations. Minus v z plus del z t minus v z t upon del z equal to r I z t plus l del upon del t I z t. Now taking the limit of above equation, del z tends to 0, minus del z del upon del z v z t equal to r I z t plus l del upon del t I z t. This is equation 1. After putting the value of limit of this del z tends to 0 and by the partial fractions we have take the we have to write the directly this value of this expression, because you know very well about the partial fractions. Now apply the KCL. Apply KCL at point A. Okay. Now as per the KCL, the incoming current equal to outgoing current. So here I z t is the incoming current and outgoing current is del I plus del z t plus del I. Okay. Now I z t equal to I z plus del z t plus g del z v z plus del z t plus c del z into del v z plus del z t upon del t. Okay. Now simplify this equation. Minus I z plus del z t minus I z t upon del z equal to g v z plus del z t plus c del v z plus del z t upon del t. By taking the limit of this equation as del z tends to 0. So by solving this equation using the methods of partial fractions, and we can write minus del I ZT upon del Z equal to GV ZT plus C del V ZT upon del T. This equation is 2. Basically equation 1 and equation 2 in the time domain, but now we will convert into the frequency domain. So for converting in the frequency domain, we use the harmonic time dependence. So here we can write in the frequency domain equation 1 V ZT equal to RE, यानी कि रियल पार्ट ऑफ Vs Z e to the power j omega t. Similarly for the current I ZT, real part of Is Z e to the power j omega t. Okay, now where Vs Z and Is Z are the phasor form of V ZT and I ZT. Okay, then equation 1 become minus del upon del Z V ZT equal to RI ZT plus L del T upon del T I ZT. Now simplify this equation. Minus del upon del Z, the real part Vs Z e to the power j omega t equal to Re Is Z e to the power j omega t plus L del upon del T, real part Is Z e to the power j omega t. Again simplify. Minus del upon del Z, real part Vs Z e to the power e j omega t equal to R, real part Is Z e to the power j omega t plus L del upon del T Re Is Z e to the power j omega t and minus del upon del Z Vs Z e to the power j omega t R Is Z omega t plus j omega L Is Z e to. Dear students, basically we know about the value of del upon del T equal to j omega. So basically we can write del upon del T is j omega. So here we replace del upon del T equal to j omega. Okay, understand? Now again simplify this. Del upon del Z Vs Z equal to R Is Z plus j omega L Is Z equal to R plus j omega L Is Z. Okay, now finally we have get the final equation. Minus del upon del Z Vs Z equal to R plus j omega L is z. This equation is 3. Dear students, similarly we can write for the current equations. So here finally we write the transmission line equation for the current, minus del upon del z is z equal to g plus j omega c vs z. Equation 4. We also write to the equation 3 and 4 similarly, or minus d upon dz is z equal to g plus j omega c vs z, and minus d upon dz vs z equal to r plus j omega is z. Similarly, yes, you can say this equation 4 and 4. These 3 equation and these 3 equation both are same. This equation and this equation both are same. So there are no confusion. Okay. Now guys, taking the derivative of equation 3. So now taking the derivative or d by dt of equation 3. So minus d square upon dz square vs z equal to r plus j omega l, or d into d upon dz is z. Dear students, this, now we give the name to this equation is 5. Now from the equation 4 and 5 we can write d square upon dz square vs z equal to r plus j omega l g plus j omega c vs z, or d square upon dz square vs z minus r plus j omega l into g plus j omega c vs z equal to 0. Finally we get the equation of the transmission line for the voltage d square upon dz square vs z minus gamma square vs z equal to 0. This is equation 6 equation, and we can say then we can give the wave. This is a wave equation for voltage. This is a particular name of the equation 6. Similarly for current equation we can write d upon dz square is z minus gamma square is z equal to 0. This is equation 7, and the name of this equation is wave equation for current. अब आप लोग मेरे से एक क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे कि सर हाउ टू पुट द वैल्यू ऑफ गामा की वेयर इज द r plus j omega l into g plus j omega c. Basically the value of gamma equal to under root z into y. Okay dear, and you know very well कि z equal to r plus j omega l, and now you also know कि y equal to g plus j omega c. So here put the value of z and y in this equation, and now gamma equal to under root r plus j omega l and g plus j omega c. So here gamma square equal to r plus j omega l and g plus j omega c. Is it clear? No problem. So this is gamma square, and after that in the future lecture we will describe कि how to come the value of gamma this. So we will discuss in the coming lectures. Okay, so these are the two final equation of the transmission lines equation. So first one equation is d square upon dz square vs z minus gamma square vs z equal to 0. Second, d square upon dz square is z minus gamma square is z equal to 0. Okay, this is the final equation of transmission lines. Thank you dear students. Today only I think so you have no problem on the to getting this the derivation of the transmission line equations. If you have any problem for the derivation, you can ask the questions from me, and you can put your question in the WhatsApp or the Google class. Okay, they are the more options to ask the questions. Okay, thank you dear students. Thanks a lot. Now we will meet tomorrow for the next topic. Next topic will be important